After an invocation, if I could ask Mr. Swisher if you would lead us in the pledge, please, after the invocation. Thank you.
Would you pray with me?
Thank you, Pastor.
Father God, I thank you for your love and your grace, for all that you do for us. I thank you for your wisdom and your guidance as you have called governments to be and to take care of people under your guidance and under your supervision. So I ask, Father, for your blessing upon this group tonight, that you would guide them in the decisions that need to be made. I pray that you would pour out your blessing upon them, that you would give them the wisdom and the discernment that's needed to rule well. And we ask and pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Plugged in there?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. The December 16th meeting of the Town Council of the Town of Greentown will come to order. You all should have copies of the minutes from the November 18th meeting. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes from November 18th.
So moved.
Motion from Mr. Skinner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Everling. Any questions, comments, additions, or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Moving on to the dockets for December 16th. The Stormwater Fund docket is $16,951.45. The Water Fund docket is $67,010.85. The Wastewater Fund docket is $257,500.15. And the General Fund docket is $238,026.26. That includes 3 payroll statements. I would entertain a motion to approve the dockets and payroll statements as reviewed and signed in caucus.
So moved.
Have a motion from Mr. Lance. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Standish. Any questions, comments, concerns, or discussion on the dockets? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the docket signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Mr. Peel, you're up, sir.
I have a couple things. My contract for next year is, you've
That's
got it there,
presumptuous.
unchanged from this year. Just to let the town know, I currently charge $2.50 an hour, but I'm only charging the town $1.50 an hour, because I enjoy you folks. Also,
Entertainment value.
on
apparently.
Mr. Barton's matter, we had to reschedule that trial briefly, so the new trial date is March 30th and 31st if we run 2 days. I just need to know, because I know that's right around spring break for some folks. I know I'll definitely need Marshall Houck. Probably you're gonna participate, and probably Scott. Are you guys generally believe you're available around that time frame?
Sure. Has the governor appointed a new judge?
No.
Or is this still fill
Mr.
in?
Judge
so it can
Ferguson
move?
is still
Okay.
handling it. At this point, I'm sort of suspecting he may finish out the term, but I
Okay.
do not know at this time.
30th and 31st. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, that should work. Okay.
All right. And then the only other matter is the playground that we discussed at the last meeting. That's been, I
you
believe,
have
signed
the
by
one that's
Mr.
been signed.
McCann.
Yep.
And, yep,
Okay.
so.
All right. I suppose we don't need to pay outside counsel to review Mr. Peel's contract.
I
We have
reviewed it.
Mr.
It looks like you're probably getting hosed.
Mr. Peel has his contract for January 1, 2026 through December 31, 2026. And the retainer amount is set forth at $550 per month for attendance at the meetings and $150 per hour. I would entertain a motion to retain Mr. Peel at the terms presented for 2026.
So moved.
Motion from Mr. Skinner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Everling. Any questions, comments, or discussion?
Appreciate the same price as last year. Thank you for doing your part in helping Greentown with this budget. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very generous.
All right. All those in favor of approving the contract signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, and that's down for each person's signature. And then the next item, as discussed and approved at the last council meeting, Mr. Peel prepared a memorandum of understanding between Eastern Howard School Corporation and the town of Greentown for playground contribution, which will be considered Resolution 2025-4. And that is that in accordance with Indiana Code 3610-2-5, allowing a town to aid or maintain neighborhood centers and community centers. The town wishes to donate essentially $25,000 in total to the Eastern Howard School Corporation for playground equipment, $15,000 coming from the Cume Capital Development Fund 4402, and $10,000 from the Economic Development Local Income Tax Fund 2209. The agreement was presented at the Eastern Howard School Corporation school board meeting last week and approved by them, and I have an executed copy by Dr. Ritchie, school superintendent. I would entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2025-4 for a donation to Eastern Howard School Corporation towards playground equipment.
So moved.
A motion from Ms. Everling. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Skinner. Any questions, comments, or discussion on that?
Yeah, if you would, please, thank you.
Hearing none, all is in favor of approving the resolution 2025-4, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, and I know that'll be a great start to their fundraising efforts, which will start in the spring. That is it for Mr. Peel. The next item is we have two applications for economic developments. The first one is from the Perfect Scoop, which is the ice cream shop at the end of the west end of the street there. They have had quite an investment to keep that facility going as required. They have included their W-9. There's a submittal here from Diana McCarthy for the condenser work. You have a copy of the paid invoice, and they are requesting the full amount from the town of $2,500. And this is still, Mr. Lance, of course, under our existing application. I would entertain a motion to approve the economic development grant to Perfect Scoop in the amount of $2,500.
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Lance. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Standish. Any questions, comments, or discussion? Hearing none, all is in favor of approving the application signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The second one,
Jay is here.
yes, I saw him come in. Thank you, Teresa. The second one here is for American Quick Lube and Tires, located just here on East Main Street. They had, they're planning on having their storage locations beautified. They've had a, I believe it was a furnace issue as well, went out at their facility. They reviewed, and you can see the invoice there, also marked as paid from that manufacturer or supplier. And they also are requesting the full amount this year for $2,500. Mr. Ayers, since you're here, do you have anything you'd like to add, sir? Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, not a problem. We ended up going with a clean burn furnace, which will burn some of the oil that we get from the vehicles. So we're gonna use
okay.
used oil that we get from the vehicles to basically heat the building. Kinda helps on getting rid of waste and keeps everything nice and clean and keeps the building nice and hot. And as for the beautification, I'm working with a local artist right now to try to come up with a plan to paint the 2 storage containers that we have using his art. So I was trying to keep that within the city there, or the, I guess, town.
Yeah, looking nice. Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Ayers. I would entertain a motion to approve the application for economic development grant for American Quick Lube and Tire in the amount of $2,500.
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Skinner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Lance. Any questions, comments, or further discussion on that?
I'll just take a minute and thank Jay for his investment in Greentown. I think you got a nice looking shop there. We just hope that Greentown does you right, as far as customers. But thank you for having, as Perfect Scoop has done as well. I mean, both of them have added value to this town.
Yeah,
and I
investing in
appreciate that.
town,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lance. If there are no further questions, comments, or discussion, all is in favor of approving the application signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Moving on to the Greentown Volunteer Fire Company. I see Chief Euler is not here this evening. Did he provide any information? If not, we thank them for all that they do. And we will move on to the police report. Marshal Halleck, you're up, sir.
For November 2025, we had 6 traffic arrests, 30 warnings, 3 ordinance violations, 11 cases investigated, 0 arrests that month, which is unusual, and 48 calls for service and 4 accidents investigated.
I would entertain a motion to approve the police report as presented.
So moved.
A motion from Ms. Everling. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Skinner. Any questions, comments, or discussion on the police report? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. And then moving on to the other item here, there is consideration. Marshal Halleck, would you like to bring up the consideration of a candidate for a part-time deputy?
Yes, there is a Matt Howard is just resigned from KPD, Kokomo Police Department. He was there 5-ish years or so, and so he's resigned for there to take another position in Kokomo, and he's still wanting to do police work. So he has confronted me or asked me if he could possibly come on to the Greentown Police Department, and we do actually have a part-time position available. So I just request that council consider him to be hired as a part-time deputy along with Deputy Marshal Everling that's already there. And then at that point, Deputy Marshal Arvin would like to step down to a reserve status. So it's not adding another paid employee than what we already have now. And they would both do ultimately like 20 hours a week. Deputy Marshal Everling as well as Deputy Marshal Howard.
Thank you, Marshal Halleck. Is there a motion concerning
I'll make a motion to
Candidate
hire
Matt Howard?
Matt Howard as a part-time police officer.
We have a motion from Mr. Skinner. Is there a second?
We'll second that.
Second from Mr. Lance, I believe. Any questions, comments, or discussion on Deputy Marshal candidate Matt Howard?
I think we've all had a chance to meet Mr. Howard. Professional man. I think he'll do us great service. So yeah, I was impressed with him.
From a fiscal standpoint, I would appreciate it if we could have a conversation, if Marshal Howell could have a conversation about use of the vehicle on personal time. I know sometimes it does happen, but a 20-hour employee, if we could limit the amount of miles that we're putting on that vehicle on the days that he's not working at the town, as you see fit. I think from a wear and tear on car and maintenance and mileage would be just something you guys could have a conversation on as you at your discretion.
Sure.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Skinner, if I could ask that you would add a start date to your motion of January 5th, I believe.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to hire Matt Howard as part-time officer starting January the 5th of 2026.
Appreciate that modification, and I'm assuming Mr. Lance, your second stands.
I will second that, yes.
If there's no further questions, comments, or discussion, all is in favor of bringing Matt Howard on board as a deputy officer, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else, Marshal Halley?
No, not at this time.
Thank you, sir. Moving on for reports this evening, we will head to the water report. The water utility report for November, 162,900 gallon maximum daily flow, minimum daily flow 106,300 gallons for an average flow of 130,517 per day. Total gallons pumped for the month 3,915,500. We had 17 disconnects for the month of November, and at the time of the report, 3 of them were currently disconnected. 2 total coliform rule tests performed and both satisfactory, absent, and reported to IDEM. Read meters, completed customer service orders, performed data logs on meters as requested. Replaced 19 water meters in the month, repaired the fire hydrant at Meridian and High School Road, and repaired the leaking water meter on Mill Street. I would entertain a motion to approve the water utility report as presented.
So moved.
Have a motion from Mr. Standish. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Everling. Any questions, comments, or discussion on the water report? Hearing none, all is in favor of approving the report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to the street department report for November. Performed utility locates for Indiana 811, cleaned equipment and picked up brush and trash around town. Picked up lots of leaf bags, very true. Performed service on the flatbed truck, salt and plowed streets, unfortunately, that early. Picked up pallets of leaf bags from Howard County Recycle, provided on-site oversight of the boring crew on Harrison Court to ensure quality work and safe operation. That was for an encroachment permit that was requested. Clean storm drains from leaves accumulating and perform maintenance on the 2024 F-250. I would entertain a motion to approve the street department report as presented.
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Lance. Is there a second?
Skinner.
Was that Mr. Skinner? I'm sorry, I came in quick. Mr. Skinner, if there are any questions, comments, or discussion on the street report? Hearing none, all is in favor of approving the report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Utility Superintendent Mock, you have something you'd like to bring before the council in regards to the street department. Yes, sir. Yeah, you're going to approach yourself there? I don't know, you're going to be able to adjust it?
Please approach the podium. I would like to bring forward the idea of adding a street supervisor position. And I'd like to explain why I believe this would be a benefit to the town. As everyone knows, the town currently serves about 2,500 residents. And at this time, I'm responsible for operating the water and the wastewater plants, along with overseeing street work, snow removal, brush pickup, the general day-to-day operations, and most recently now the Plan Commission. While this has worked, the workload has reached a point where it's becoming difficult for me to give each area the attention that it deserves. Street operations in particular require hands-on supervision. Things like snow plowing, street maintenance, brush pickup, equipment upkeep all depend on good coordination and timely decision making. Having a street supervisor would allow someone to focus directly on these areas on a daily basis instead of trying to manage them around and demands of running instead of trying to manage them around the demands of running a regulated utility system. A street supervisor would provide daily hands-on oversight of street and public works operations. The position would be responsible for coordinating snow and ice removal, overseeing routine street maintenance, and organizing seasonal programs such as brush and leaf pickup. In addition, a street supervisor would monitor roadside ditches, culverts, drainage issues, and signage along the roadways. The street supervisor would also serve as a point of contact for contractors and vendors related to street work, including paving, equipment repair, and seasonal services. This includes coordinating schedules, assisting with quotes, and ensuring the work is completed properly. Another key responsibility would be overseeing street equipment and vehicles. This would involve scheduling routine maintenance, tracking equipment condition, and making sure trucks and plows and other equipment are ready when needed, and especially during the winter weather and emergency situations. Overall, this position would organize daily work activities, direct street employees, help ensure street operations are carried out safely, effectively, and consistently. This would allow me to focus more fully on regulated water and wastewater operations and plan commission, while knowing the street operations are being properly managed. I understand there's a cost associated with adding this position. However, I believe this would be a practical investment that helps prevent larger expenses down the road through better planning, reduced emergency repairs, and improved efficiency. I would appreciate the council's consideration on this proposal and welcome any discussion or questions. I would like to say that Mr. Swisher has stepped up. He has approached me and he's interested in this position. I see the qualities that I'm looking for in this position through Mr. Swisher, his attitude, his work ethic, his desire to make sure things are done for the community. There was even a call today, and I'll just give you an example of something that happened. And I said, don't worry about it, it's no big deal. But he said, I want to go look at this just to make sure, see if I need to take care of these customers. And I think that's the attitude what we're looking for out of our employees. So, I guess, do you have any questions for me about this?
My only comment would be very well written, very well read and spoken, of the desire to have additional assistance for you, as well as I've been getting feedback, Mr. Swisher, for months on you stepping up, and really appreciate it. So with that, I have no further questions. For all that aware,
I think Mr.
Mr.
Lance
Lance?
has a question.
So I just want to understand, so we're, in effect, we're giving Mr. Swisher a promotion with more responsibility, but we're not planning on backfilling any position.
No, he's going to
Okay.
still do his same
Okay.
position at the
All
same
right.
time.
Correct.
Okay.
But he's just taking on more responsibility, and
Okay.
I think we should compensate him for what he's
Yeah.
going to do.
I agree.
So in that regard, in the salary ordinance 2025-3, which has been approved at the last council meeting, there is a street supervisor position indicating that the salary comes from, the three different funds there. MVH fund 40%, water 40%, and wastewater 20%. And there's a salary range there. And the range currently, it's 40 to 55, and the salary would be $47,004. I would entertain a motion to place Mr. Swisher in that role at $47,004, effective December 26th of this year, which is the pay period that rolls into January.
I'll make that motion.
The motion from Mr. Lance, is there a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Skinner. Any questions, comments, or discussion? Hearing none, all's in favor of bringing Mr. Swisher on board as street supervisor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. I really
Thank you, Mr. Mock, for your preparation. And you all have a copy of, in addition to what he described, you have a copy of the responsibilities of that position. So any questions, feel free to reach out to Mr. Swisher and he'll take care of it. Moving on this evening then for that, after that, and thank you, the November 25 wastewater treatment plant report. For November, we operated at 17% of the 0.58 million gallon per day design capacity. We had 1.09 inches of rainfall. Monthly plant flow average 100,000 gallons per day for a total treated for the month of 3,007,000 gallons. Excuse me. Performed item yearly wastewater treatment plant inspection. There were no violations and no deficiencies were found. Performed all routine sampling and testing, general cleaning and maintenance. W.W. Williams fixed the generator coolant leak. Pumped sludge to 5 geobags for disposal. Took the UV lights out for the winter season. Opened up clarifier number 2. Jetted and cleared the 6-inch sanitary sewer line in the alley beside the police station. I would entertain a motion to approve the wastewater report as presented.
So moved.
I have a motion from Mr. Standish. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Ms. Everling. Any questions, comments, or discussion on the wastewater report? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Moving on to old and new business. Marshall Halleck, do you have any old or new business to bring before the council, sir?
Not at this time.
Mr. Skinner?
I have nothing at this time.
Mr. Lance?
I just want to recognize the team for being out, what was it, Sunday night? You guys are out plowing streets. I was really impressed with that, you know, here this Sunday. You could have stayed home and said, we'll get it tomorrow morning, but you guys are out working, so thank you. And that really helped a lot, so. And thanks for whoever was involved, Teresa and your team that was involved with their luncheon last week. That was real nice too, so thank you.
I second that, Mr. Lance. Everything was great. The roads in town have been, I've had comments on how good the roads are. And believe me, compared to Kokomo roads I was driving on, they were good.
I agree.
Yeah, you've drive okay. Ms. Everling, any old or new business?
Thank you. That's
Mr.
fine.
Standish, sir.
I had a business owner out of their own accord approach me on Sunday and was super impressed at the work the street department does in cleaning off the snow. And I don't know why it always snows on a Saturday or Sunday. But the last two, it's been, Saturday and a Sunday. And they said, well, really appreciate the work, having a business in Greentown. And that street department, they do a great job. And they came out and they got that street cleaned up. And you don't see that everywhere. And they were going on and on about how nice it was of our town employees to go out and jump on that right away. And there's lots of positive things. So thank you again. It's a cold job in the dark, and it doesn't snow from 9 to 4 on Wednesday for some reason. But I just wanted to pass it along. It is recognized, and people are talking about it on their own about how much they appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Standish. Ms. Duke, any old or new business? Hearing none, as we reorganize the council at the last meeting, the next meeting should be, I know of no reason to meet on January, I am looking at the right calendar, January 6th. So the next meeting will be January 20th. With that, I'll open the meeting to guests. Any guests that have issues to bring before the council this evening? Going once? Going twice? With that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion from Mr. Standish, second from Mr. Skinner. All in favor? Aye. Have a good